Um, what's up, everybody? Okay, so this video is, I'm gonna try to make this video short. I'm not gonna promise you anything, but I'm gonna try to make this one really, really short. And this one is kind of like, I guess, a spin-off from my last video about pain with the trait. This question has been bringing up a lot of conversation and a very strong debate, and I've been trying to do as much research on the topic as I possibly could, just so I'm not, going on my own opinion and just the fact that this piece of information is all that I've ever grown up with. Now, I said in my last video that I don't believe that you have pain with the trait. I still don't believe that you have pain with the trait. Now, I'm going to say a little bit more about why I don't believe that you have pain with the trait. And then I'm going to tell you all what my hematologist and my nurse told me this. So, I don't think that you have pain with the trait because, first of all, like, plain and simple, the pain that we have is caused by the sickling. However we start to sickle, the pain is caused by the sickle. By the sickling, I'm sorry. And if you have the trait, your blood isn't sickling like our blood. So you can't have that pain that we're having. And if you did have the pain that we were having from your blood sickling like our blood, you would be a sickle cell patient and you wouldn't have the trait. I mean, that's medically speaking, that's what it is. Now, I'm going to go a little bit into what all my nurse did and my hematologist did was validate things that I already knew and felt. Okay, when you have the trait, you can have a lot of complications. You can suffer a lot of itty-bitty things because regardless of what, you still are a carrier. But again, your blood is not sickling the same way that our blood is sickling. Complications as in being anemic. Now, the majority of black people are anemic. So a lot of the stories and articles that's being posted right now with the athletes dropping dead and a lot of trait carriers are going into the hospital trying to get pain medicine, which is what started making people start looking into sickle cell trait and pain more. The thing is, sickle cell is becoming more known now. Not too many people knew what sickle cell was, and now that people are starting to know what sickle cell is or starting to hear about sickle cell, not knowing exactly what it is, you have people, and I'm not calling anyone ignorant, stupid, or none of that, so please, no one take anything that I'm saying like that, but you do have people who truly don't really know what sickle cell anemia is or the trait. And for people who are just finding out what the trait is, you have a lot of questions and a lot of stuff that you don't know about. So you have those who are going around talking about I'm in pain at the hospital looking for medicine, and like, okay, so some of the complications are like I said, being anemic. There's such thing as childhood arthritis. When you have someone saying that they have the trait and they're in pain, it could be a lot of underlying with that, not necessarily the trait. Now, back to these athletes and all of these people dropping dead, and the only thing that these people have in common, the two things that these people have in common are the fact that they have the trait and the fact that they're all being physically exerted. Now, as of with anyone, and not just people with the trait, as of with anyone, if you have someone who is physically overexerting themselves and they're not taking care of their body, yes, something can. Now, with the trait, high altitude and being dehydrated can start to make your body do things that things that your body wouldn't normally do. As of with anyone, if you are too dehydrated, your body's going to do things that it doesn't normally do. that does not necessarily mean that it's the sickle cell trait causing these issues. Again, you can have a lot of underlying issues with the trait, but you do not have pain. I mean, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm putting them down, or like you don't know what you're talking about, or I'm fussing. This is just something that's really dear to me, and I've always felt like this. So I mean, I just might seem like I go really hard when it's something that I feel really strongly about. So please don't take this as I'm being mean, or I'm like jumping at somebody, but that's just what it is. Trait and pain, it just does not go. It doesn't happen. And then I was told, especially in children, there's no issues, that there's no problems. I mean, you can't, your blood does not sickle like our blood. The trait does not sickle, and if you did sickle like us, you would be considered a sickle cell patient, and then there would not be a trait. Yes, with the trait you can have underlying issues, but the trait is not physically causing sickle cell pain. It doesn't happen. I mean, you can look up as much as you want to look up. You can read, and I know it's kind of hard not to believe that nowadays with a lot of the people that are posting these articles are doctors, are people in the medical field, but I'm sorry, you guys, it's not, it doesn't happen. It doesn't, and I guess I'll never change my opinion on that. And I guess to each his own. Everyone has their own opinion, but at this point in time, because there's so many people that I'm coming in contact with that really do believe that you have pain with the trait, I am personally on a mission now, and I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to make this happen. But I am personally on a mission now to let it be known and to get as much information as I possibly can on this particular question. And I'm gonna, somehow this is gonna be out here, and this is gonna be something that needs to be looked at more, because I honestly, the doctors that I deal with, the medical people that I deal with, my family members, my brother, my mother, my father, who's been in the military since before I was born, who is still in the military, who has never had probably a dang on cold in his life, has never experienced anything. He's a trait carrier. My grandmother, my grandfather, my great-grandparents, I mean literally everybody that I've ever dealt with who has the trait does not have an issue. And if you wouldn't take their blood and tell them what the trait was, they wouldn't have no clue that that's what they have. Anything else that they're feeling pain from, you have normal pains. That does not mean that it's trait related. I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm sorry again. I know it sounds like but I'm not. I'm not being like that. It's just how I am when I feel real strongly about something. So that's what it is that I just found out. It was validated. A lot of the stuff and thoughts that I felt was validated by my doctor and my nurses. So I just kind of wanted to tell you guys what I found out. If I hear anything else, learn anything new, even if I find something out that changes my mind on the situation, I will definitely let you guys know. But as of right now, personally, that's how it stands with me. I do not believe that the trait causes pain. There's nothing that's going to be said that's going to change my mind about that. I honestly don't believe that, because it really seems like if that's it's almost like everything that I worked so hard for in my life now, for my children, not to have pain, has been in vain, and I don't believe that. So I will talk to you guys soon. I hope everyone is feeling all right. I hope everybody is in a good place. Be pain free if you can. Take care of yourself. Bundle up. Drink enough. Eat well, and all that other good stuff that we're supposed to be doing right now. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.